Okay, guys, so welcome to the channel. This is our first ever live stream with Shaji sir and Musavir bhai. So first of all, welcome sir. Welcome. How are you guys?
Good, good. Thank you
Okay,
so much for
thank you.
inviting.
Thank you.
Shaji sir, what is your thought about the last match?
It's a tough match. We should not be in this situation where we are looking, for somebody else to bail out than ourselves.
Yeah.
And
Guys, just
it's a
comment if you can hear us properly. Yeah. Yeah. Musavir bhai, any thoughts about the last game?
I think I already put out my thoughts in many videos of mine, but it is hard to digest. I would say it's a very hard pill to digest, but we have to, because that's a quality for
Yeah.
now, and you can't do it. You can't do anything about it, right? It's simple as that because of the team, because of the coach, and because of the system we have. So you have to
Yeah.
just digest the pill and hope for the brighter future. In that's the only thing we
Okay.
can say right now.
Guys, people are saying, sir, Saji sir, they're saying that your volume is low, your audio quality.
audio quality is low. Just
Now it's okay, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
now
hear
it's
you.
okay. Now it's okay.
now
Now
it's
it's
okay.
okay. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So, before we get started, Musavir bhai, you are coming for the first time on our channel. Please give us a little bit introduction about yourself to Saji sir before we start our discussion.
Sure. So I'm just a football fan. I would say not a full time YouTuber or full time talk about Indian football. But this is my part time job. I can say that it's my job, right? So yeah, I've been watching football from past 20 to 21 years, and I've been following Indian football for the past 8 to 9 years, and finding the loopholes, talking about it. It's my favorite pastime. I would say. Yeah,
That's
just trying
all.
to do my job.
Good
Help Indian
luck.
football
Good luck.
and everything.
No, very
Yeah.
good. Keep doing
Yeah.
what you're doing. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Saji sir, another disappointing result for Indian football. Although we had, the last game of Sunil Chetri, so a lot of people were positive about this game. But after the match, like I've seen some videos where people were abusing the players and everything. So, what's going wrong in this situation for Indian football?
I think it's. I don't blame players, the team, um, uh, for the result. Uh, they given their best, and that way, they have done their best. What that is what I can say. But then its overall system, as I have previously also spoken, it's again everyone in the system need to push the team to the direction to get the result. It is a culture, yeah, and team cannot be in isolation out of the system, yeah, and if all the responsibilities can not be only to the coach, because coach is again a part of a system, and he will have to do his work, but then the overall system need to support the team in the right way, to put them in the right frame of mind, to put them in terms of getting to perform where they see that the whole system is backing us in a way we haven't experienced before, and that is very important, and that is what is a missing link. I think, because see, this time team had time to prepare, yeah, and they looked much better compared to what we saw against Afghanistan match, but the Kuwait also were prepared, but then the condition was in our advantage, because the humidity, the fan support, and we we should have killed it, but then that is what the pressure is, because it becomes a very crunch match for us. Then you take all the pressure, and this was avoidable. Did we get had we got those 6 points against Afghanistan, which was the easiest matches for us, and and that way we could have got another 3 points, and we like Qatar is giving that game time to the bench strength, to the youth, we also would have given uh, the same against Qatar. So that way, that is where we I say the system, yeah, because it is not about one match. It is about how you're thinking, to build the team in a direction of excellence and performance, and coach is just one part of it.
Anything you
I
would
think
like to
I
add?
think still, if no, I mean, like, seriously, okay, I do understand that coach is part of it, but I think the coach has to build a team, right? He has been given, I think, 4 to 5 years to build a team, which in my opinion he failed massively. We did had ups in the last year, but it was not enough. The ups were not enough because it was very obvious that from the open play we were not able to score goals. Right? It's simple as that, and we were, it was very shady goals, you can say, very close matches, close calls. Yes, we did had a brilliant game against Iraq. Also, the Malaysian game was kind of good, but again, there is a big question that what did the coach do with the last 5 years or the 4 years he got? He could have built a new team. Because this is what we are seeing from the other countries who are doing a great job building scratch from the scratch and everything. So we could have done a brilliant job also, but we failed massively, in my opinion. I think the management also has failed. I do understand that a few of the players are not up to the mark and they should be not in the team and everything, but still, it's a question of coach and the players, of course. Yes, everyone has to be blamed, but somewhere I feel that the coach should be thrown under the bus because of what he did in the last 4 or 5 years. We have been seeing that again and again, same selection, same player selected and stuff like that. He's not taking the risk he needs to take and stuff. So sometimes it feels kind of fishy, to talk about it. So I would love to have
So
your point of view on that.
yeah,
I don't see what. See, no doubt, coach has responsibility to get the result. Yeah, nobody can get that. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that when we are competing against the other teams, which are very systemic. Yeah, if
Hmm.
you talk about Qatar, if you talk about Japan, Korea, or all, we have to emulate them. And when I say system, see, again, you made the right point that 5 years he's continuing with more or the same players. Yeah, the
Hmm.
problem is, how many players are playing those competitive games week out, week in. It's 60 players, yeah,
Hmm.
or 65 players or 70 players. You have to choose your 26 players, 22 players out of those 60, 65 players. Yeah, and that is not the case with other countries. Their pool
Hmm.
is say 300, 400, 500, and some cases they have 1,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we have to understand that the players who are not getting game time in ISL, they can never fit in. Yeah, if I League, again, say maybe one or two is a rare player you can get, yeah, from there, that directly can play in the playing 11. So our situations are very, very different, yeah,
Hmm.
than what other countries are. See, and also they also have development squad. When you are playing a senior team, they also work with their development squad. We don't have anything such. Yeah, we don't have regular under 23. We don't have regular under 21. Yeah, and 19. See, this is from where the national team is formed. 90, under
Hmm.
19, under 20, 21, 22, 23. So see, the best teams, they work on this way. Yeah. So simultaneously, you have, say 200, 300 players you are working on. Yeah. The system is working on. And then you have the luxury to, choose. And those who are not performing, they are, gone. But here, our system can't allow, say, even Brendan fails, even Rahim Ali fails, or anybody else fails. They keep coming, yeah, and
Hmm.
yeah,
and that is, the where are the choices, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
that
Okay.
becomes
So
difficult, yeah, and that is where the coach is not taking the risk, yeah. trying to change too many things because you're playing key games. Yeah, and that is why I say system. Definitely, the coach has to take the responsibility of the result, no doubt. Yeah, uh, absolutely.
So Saji sir, I'll ask you from like a very new point of view about a football team and the management of the team. So let's say the coach is there, the players are there, the staff members are there who are managing the team. How do you relate their failure with the structure of AIFF or with the system of AIFF? How do you relate their failures?
See, when you get to a match situation, that is the final stage. That is where the players perform. But you have to work 365 days to get there. Yeah, to build on to every aspect. Yeah, you have to have regular communication, regular meeting with the coach. You have to ask coach, what are your plans, how you're going to get there, what is you want from us, what is that you lack, what is that we can provide. So it's a regular dialogue. It cannot, when I say isolation, these are the things missing. Yeah, like you ask a club management and the coach and the team, do they, that management stays away from the club, the team is functioning automatically? No, right? Yeah, they work day in and out to get to the level. Yeah, and that is where the problems are. And these are
Yeah,
not minor. See, these are not minor problems because the players see the encouragement, whatever, you need to give whatever best possible way. And the communication will have to be open. And I would again say that, many times there are people communicating through third party or media rather than having a dialogue directly in key issues. So,
okay.
but see, these are the things cannot happen in say 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 5 days. Yeah, this is a process. This is a structure.
Yeah,
This is a culture. Yeah,
yeah,
and the
okay.
culture of having, to take the lead role in making sure that team is moving in the right direction and everybody is tuned to achieve that result, that performance.
Mm.
Yeah, and everyone talks in one voice, and everyone is on one page is very important. Yeah, and that is not the case. Yeah, if I ask you, say, the team was in Calcutta, from 29, yeah, almost for a week. Which management person met them from the AIFF?
Yeah.
You're playing a history making match. It is not,
Mm.
just one off match. It is a very important match which can change the direction of Indian football to a different level. Huh? And
Yeah.
that is where you have to go and meet the team and motivate and discuss so that they feel, oh, everyone is kind of serious to get there. Yeah, and it works, and that's my experience
Yeah.
is.
Okay. So before we move on, like we'll be interacting with all the questions that audience send us, so we'll be answering them. Here is a big breaking that Manshuk Mandavia, whom I have no idea about, has been appointed as the new Union Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, replacing Anurag Singh Thakur. So before we talk about the guy who has been appointed, Saji sir, you have been the General Secretary of AIFF in the period where Anurag Singh Thakur was the Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs. And how does Indian government support Indian football or the yeah
See, my experience with Anurag Thakurji was really very good. But I since the time I become the Secretary General, I stopped, meeting him because then it becomes the President's responsibility, and I don't want to kind of go and have a dialogue directly with the minister because when the President is is known to him, is close to him. Yeah, and but we have to understand that India hosted two World Cups, FIFA under 17 men and women. Yeah, and The Women World Cup, I was closely associated with the ministry, and we had just 30 days to, I was there for 30 days to execute, so many things. And we had a lot of interactions, and he was very proactive in supporting. So see, again, it's a matter of dialogue. It is going and pursuing things, yeah, and they are there to support you, but they should know the problem. They should they have to be convinced that why you want certain help, and what way they can help. And because whenever I asked for a meeting, it was never turned down, and that is my experience. Therefore, now the new minister is from Gujarat. He was previously managing the health and fertilizer portfolio, and he has got other two responsibilities: labor, employment, and then sports. So I'm sure he will be supporting football in a bigger way, because football deserves, because it is the number two sport in India, and distinctively number two, because more than 200 million fans who follow football in India, and many look up to football to grow in India. I'm sure the new minister will do his best, and I wish him good luck. And looking forward to have interaction if opportunity arises, so that we can kind of give him the heads up in terms of the challenges, in terms of the opportunities, and what way the government can proactively support football in India, which is very important, because without the government support, we will be handicapped uh, for long. And I don't know, like the last 7 8 months, what has happened, but it requires the support at the state level as well as the central level.
Okay. So another question coming up from Avik Chatterjee is that, sir, there is only so much we can blame the structure. What grassroots do Syria, Palestine, and Afghanistan have? Our players are so rigid and predictable, zero fidelity. Stomach has no excuse. So before you answer on this part, I would just like to add from my, as much as I know. So I spoke to the youth coach of Galatasaray and also a few coaches from Uzbekistan. So what they have said about this is that Afghanistan players mostly stay on dual citizenship. So they are different. They go to different places, European countries and other countries, and then they come back and they have a coach, and then they build a team and then play. So that's what I have heard from other people. But Saji sir, what would you like to comment on this?
See, I'm very fortunate. I have worked with Afghanistan for 10 years. I've been there for more than 6 7 times, taken all the risk to be there, and I fully understand their landscape of football. And now there are a bit of changes in last 3 years. But see, primarily Syria, Palestine, Afghanistan, we need to see that they are the land where there are a lot of disturbances. Yeah, it's not easy life. They have a lot of struggles, and we have to see that this the Syria lineup. There are players from South America. They play in that league. There are some players in different leagues in Asia. Yeah, they play in a better competitive environment than our players. Yeah, it is not about grassroots. It is not about their economic situation, their disturbance, what internal conflicts, what they have. We have to understand those players who play in the team, those players in the squad, from where they come. You know, they are coming from better competitive environment, and their hunger to perform, their because of the struggle, they want to give something to their citizens, because that way they can celebrate something, and there is bigger motivation. Yeah, and therefore we can't compare. See, our players, the competitive environment, the game time, and there, and the whole build up from where they grow. Some of them, they have grown up in Germany, some of them they have grown up in some European countries, and they have got the some better training, better coaches, better facilities, better competitive environment, and that's how they are better. So therefore, it is not about that the players are putting the best effort only on the match day, and our players are not. No, our players are equally putting the best. But we have to understand it is the competitive environment from where you come from. It makes a huge difference in terms of executing those skill sets, yeah, executing those movements, and taking that pressure. Everything defines based on your whole preparation is that from where you come, which competitive environment you come, yeah, and that's
Mm.
where we lack our competitive environment. See, our players are playing 20, 25, 30 games. They must be
Mm.
playing 40, 42, 45 games in a very better competitive level. So therefore, one on one or as a team, they will execute those skills better. They will
Mm.
be able to handle the pressure better. They will be
Mm.
able to score. Maybe if they will get three chances, they might score. We might get
Right.
10 chances, we might score one.
So
So
Saji
those
sir,
are the
yeah.
basic difference.
Yeah, so I would like to ask this question even to Musa Bhai and to Saji sir, is that we also have Hero ISL, which is like giving a lot of salaries to the players, the clubs. So do you mean that Hero ISL giving too much salary to a player, it is stopping the player to going out and playing in other leagues, which is more competitive but with less salaries? And that's the reason. Because do you see any development happening in Indian footballers through Hero ISL? That's my question.
पहली बात तो वो हीरो आईएसएल नहीं है भाई. It's just ISL because
Ah,
we don't have sponsors.
Yeah.
ah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry.
Okay,
Hero just
and
quit. I
yeah,
forgot.
no, no, it's okay. The thing is, yeah, it's simple as that. When you are at home and you're getting everything, it just you lose interest in the other things. Competitiveness आपके पास से चली जाती है. Simple as that, right? And that has been happening with our players. I mean, like, even though if some of the player try to go out, it's like by you will not be getting lot of game time over there. You have to sit on the bench. You have to fight for it. In India is like आपको हाथों से खिलाया जा रहा है कि भाई जा खेल, फिर भी खेल नहीं पा रहे. It's simple as that. So the levels are very different when you compare them. Even I would love to compare them with the leagues of Malaysian. The top three teams are better than all the ISL teams, I would say. It's simple as that. If you look at the structure, if you look at the gameplay they have, if you talk about the Thailand teams, they are better also. ठीक है. So apart from Asia, अगर हम लोग even हम लोग second tier, third tier की भी बात करें ना, तो it's kind of difficult for an Indian player to get in the second tier, third tier. It's simple as that. Only a Changte can get in. वो भी बहुत जब पीक की बात कर
He,
रहे हैं हम तब की बात कर रहे हैं. बट आई वुड
he,
से आई नो बहुत लोग
yeah.
जो नैरेटिव्स करते हैं कि भाई ये प्लेयर यहाँ पे जा सकता है, एमएलएस खेल सकता है, ये खेल सकता है, वो खेल सकता है, बट ना, इट्स नॉट दैट इजी. It's easy for them to get into the ISL teams, but it's not easy for them to get into a Malaysian league's top three teams also. So that are the levels. Now the player, if he's strong enough, is उसकी mentality अच्छी है, तो वो घुस सकता है कोई सी भी लीग में. But also I would say कि भाई थर्ड लीग सेकंड लीग से ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. And it will take a lot of time. Now, if you're talking about an exciting under 17 player, under 16 player, that I can understand. If he's playing in the third league, surely he can go up there. It's simple as that. If he keeps on working. Again, वही होता है ना, सब लोग homesick हो जाते हैं. Gurpreet went to Stibak. He came back. He got homesick. Chetri was, at even he went at Kansas City. Couldn't get into the team. It's simple as that because the players were much, much better than Chetri over there. उसके बाद he went to Sporting CP. Sporting CP भी नहीं, Sporting CP में गया वहाँ पे. The match fees was very less than what he was getting paid at Bengaluru when he came back. So it's all it's a package, a whole package. You have to sacrifice some things to become the best. Now, does our player have that क्या कर सकते हैं वो sacrifice? मुझे नहीं लगता कर सकते हैं. Because now football has become a kind of a commercial game. Football is all about money right now. The game is changing drastically, but it are the perks. These are all the perks. But if you want to be the best, you have to play against the best. You have to go and train. You have to work hard. You have to sweat on the pitch. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई बस पैसे मिल रहे हैं, बेचो आईएसएल के बेंच पे एंजॉय करो. ये तो मतलब सभी कर लेंगे फिर.
Right, right, right. Another question coming up from Kunal Das before we move on. साजिद सर, पर डे का 2.5 के एक्सपेंस कैसे लगता है न्यूज़पेपर्स और मैगजीन्स का AIFF के अंदर? मीन्स लाइक देयर वाज अ ट्वीट, आई गेस समबडी ट्वीटेड अबाउट द expenses or in this category of newspapers and magazines. So where was this money going, sir?
This is
And
all,
sir, sorry, हाँ, मैं आपको
it's
थोड़ा
a,
सा I'm stopping you
uh,
here. I just want you to get comfortable. सोचो अपन दोस्त लोग बैठ के
Yeah.
बात कर रहे हैं. You
हाँ,
have to answer this.
मतलब
no, see, see, for you, I am always comfortable answering all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
This is completely bullshit. Whoever has spread this, because one can go and check. This cannot be possible at all. Yeah, only see this head of expenses has got many other expenses covered. Yeah, and the head shows as printing, all that. But I am not sitting with all these documents. One can go to AFF, they can share all that details, and then you can get it. So it's completely spread by somebody who has not gone into the details of जैसे कि आपने कोई एक ग्रोसरी में जा रहे हो, 15 चीज खरीद रहे हो और उसका एक्स वैल्यू होता है, तो लिख दिया कि हाँ पेपर इज इक्वल टू एक्स वैल्यू। हाँ, लेकिन आपने वहां पे कितनी स्टेशनरी ली होगी, so that is the difference here, and you can, one should go and check, because social media is all about, trying to pull each other.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good, a lot of fun is there. I kind of laugh for it because there is no truth. This is all part of some politics, and some people
Yeah.
are agenda driven
It,
because they love to.
yeah, just trying to downgrade
Yeah,
this stuff.
exactly.
So
And
so
coming to the point of the doctor appointment again, see, you
yeah.
have to speak with Sunil Chetri to get the opinion of this doctor. Who is this doctor? Yeah, because
Who is this?
Sunil Chetri almost every week speaks with this doctor, and he was part of the national team. This doctor
Okay.
in 2008, 2009. Yeah, and some guy who was not chosen for this position, yeah, has spread these lies again. Yeah, a doctor who was part
Okay.
of AFF for more than say 15 years, he became a problem because I know him. He was part of my club. No, absolutely not. He's a doctor. He's a qualified. He's the best in India. Yeah, ask all the national team players. They want him. Yeah, and that's the level. And these people, who has not, maybe doesn't know anything, it's not the fault of, I would say, the people who spread lies, because it's our transparency is also the problem. See, we take decision, we don't communicate that way, we don't share that way, and then somebody, for maligning somebody, just trying to play the game where they are happy to see somebody in position to be blamed. Yeah,
Yeah.
and here it is a typical case of misinformation, and uh,
Okay. So
and
so for
uh,
these hirings and all these things, sir, is the general secretary responsible for all the hirings and all
no,
the
no,
stuff that
there is a
happens inside?
committee. There is a committee. See, the whole hiring happens. The first, the administration looks into, and it only comes to me, for the say they shortlist three, four, and say he's best, and then they have this, points, and then I sign the final this,
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
that is all, yeah.
So talking about signing, first of all, I would say you're okay with the open conversations. That's a great thing here, because I saw your live also yesterday, and I had lots of questions in my mind, but again I was like, most of the questions
नहीं
were
नहीं,
answered in
जो
that
भी
live.
पूछो, आपको जो भी पूछना है पूछ सकते
नहीं
हो।
नहीं नहीं,
Yeah, yeah.
most of the questions were answered in that live stream, but क्या बोलते हैं उसको, एक थोड़ा सा डिप्लोमेटिकली आंसर किया आपने, तो ठीक है, आई वोंट बी
नहीं,
ड्रिलिंग ऑन दैट, बट
डिप्लोमेसी, इसे डिप्लोमेसी हो या वो सुनने वालों को लगता है, लेकिन ठीक है, देखो क्या होता है कि हम जिस लेवल पे एक बार पहुंच जाते हैं, तो किसी बहुत चीजों को तरीके से बोलना होता है, ठीक है, क्योंकि हम कोई ये पॉलिटिक्स में नहीं है कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में है कि हम उनकी तरह भाषा का उपयोग करें, वो सही नहीं है ना, क्योंकि अच्छा नहीं है। एक कल्चर वे में बात करने की जरूरत है।
हाँ, वो भी तो सही है, वो बात तो सही है। बट एक चीज़ है
Hmm.
ना कि देखो, आप जैसे अभी लाइक यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू एंड यू आर सेइंग कि मैं सही हूँ। वहाँ पे आई सॉ वीडियो अबाउट सम लीडर्स एंड दे आर सेइंग दे आर राइट। नाउ हम फैंस, एज अ फैंस, आई एम अ वेरी क्यूरियस इंडियन फुटबॉल फैन। हम धर्म संकट में हैं कि भाई अभी किसको बिलीव करें, क्या चल रहा है, रियलिटी में क्या चल रहा है। इट्स काइंड ऑफ वेरी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन फॉर अस फैंस, राइट? क्योंकि देखो, आई जस्ट आस्क यू अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन कि अभी सिटी मैच का एक्सटेंशन को लेके बात हो रहा था, एंड आपने लाइव स्ट्रीम में बताया कि आफ्टर स्क्रीनिंग एवरीथिंग मीटिंग के बाद में उसको जो है एक्सटेंशन दिया गया। सो like were you heavily involved in that extension, or it was a whole committee thing? What was it?
No, I see the
Because
discussion
उन्होंने डिनाई किया,
actually
because
was.
they denied it.
Like, sir,
See,
whatever negative comments I have seen is mostly regarding the
हाँ,
extension of the contract only. So, sir,
exactly.
like today you just make it clear and say it to everyone, whoever is watching this,
you
like
see,
what actually
if
went
I,
on.
see, if start speaking for next 100 days also, this will keep coming. Yeah, if there is no
Yeah, yeah.
that people will stop. See, the thing is that extension why it was granted, because his contract was till the end of Asia Cup that was initially given. But after the SAF championship, when we won back to back three titles, Igor demanded that his contract should be extended so that the focus and the priority will be given to the World Cup, because the World Cup matches continue till the June. That is what we are facing now, and nobody can deny that extension. He had a lot of conditions put on various aspects, and we discussed for 2 months, and it was everyone, yeah, and it is all on record. It is not that, yeah, we had many meetings virtually and physically and individually as well, and then the committee and my straight away see in July August he was the performing coach. Yeah, our ranking went to 99. So
Hmm.
therefore, you why you will sack somebody who has given you the result, who has taken the ranking up. The team was playing better, and it was a genuine thing to extend. That's all. It was extended. But then, how you are going to, kind of, predict something that
Huh.
okay, come March you will lose to, yeah. But then
Yeah.
But
the
So,
extension
like
was
depending on the
yeah,
situation,
and
it
then
was extended.
see,
After
and
that,
then yeah, see
yeah.
again, the people who are in the decision making, they have to take the decision for the betterment of the game, whichever scenario comes. Yeah, and there are people who can take decision. There are people who cannot take decision. Yeah, and that is a fact. And some people are always confused, and that is the problem. See, any coach in the world, the best, if you take best 100 coaches in the world, see their contract. Yeah, and if you browse, see, if which big coaches got sacked and what was their payout, what was their conditions, terms, everything. See, the most of the coaches in the world have almost similar kind of conditions, yeah, and that keeps kind of changing depending upon the which phase you are, yeah, and that way there's some changes where he asked for many changes, but then we could agree only for some changes, yeah, and there were many demands which we met some of the demands which some of the demands were not met. So therefore, if say there was 100 things, we have done maybe 30, not more than that. Yeah. So that and just for convenience, because I am not there, people will say this is the easiest thing. Like I can also say now, oh, I am not. They are responsible for everything. It's easy thing to say, but then we need
Hmm.
to be very, very realistic in and very honest about what we are saying, what we are, blaming somebody. So it need to be logical. It need to be factual. The factual is when the contract was extended, nobody in this world can deny that based on the performance. Yeah,
Hmm.
The team has performed. What do? You have no choice. And if you say and you are entering into a very crucial phase to select the best national team coach, it is a process of minimum 6 months to 8 to 9 months, because so many things you have to look for. You need to look into a 4 year project or a 5 year project, say the next World Cup qualification. And that's how, see, the coaches comes based on the competitive fixtures, yeah, where you target, and that is how you select the coach for that number of duration. Yeah. And see, previously what happened, we are not responsible for that, and the coach has the right and management has the right, uh, and it's again, see, if you want to terminate, if you want to end the relation, you have to deal professionally. Simple. Yeah. And it's
Okay.
not difficult. It is about having conversation, it's about getting to understanding, and then doing things in a very professional manner. And there are no difficulties in this situation. Yeah. But then you cannot communicate through third person, and that is where complete breakdown happens. The trust you lose. Yeah. You can't do that. Say, if it is like you are part of the body. Yeah. If you want to, you will cut your right hand, then how you'll function? You will cut your right leg, how you'll function? So that is what we should not do. That is why I say system.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
cannot see
So
things in isolation. That's very
yeah.
important.
So
Also, the thing about I would love to ask you a question regarding that astrologer thing in Indian football team. How true is that? I mean, like seriously, the news is all over the media. Even my colleagues over here, they are like so fantasized about it. That how are you hiring an astrologer to select a team? How true is that? And just walk us through that thing.
See, this is not in our time.
yeah,
Yeah, this is the
that was
previous, and
Kunaldas.
that
Kunaldas.
was true story. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever. See, there was an astrologer hired. He was part of the team system, and but the integrities, what happened, what discussion, how, we don't know, because I have only seen the contract, the agreement, which was there, and I also was involved in terms of some investigation to see that why this was done. Yeah, that's the only thing, and it's again a which should not have happened. But then we can't do much because it was not our time. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like when you were in the helm, I mean, you were the general secretary. That time, this didn't happen. I mean, like the whole
No, it was
conversation
previous.
about.
It was previous. Yeah, it was
Acha,
previous.
it was previous.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there was no astrologer in our time. Absolutely no.
I
Okay.
somebody is making a comment that if I would get 1 rupees for every lie AIFF said today, I could have been a millionaire. I
How true
think
is that, Shaji? How true is that?
no,
So
no.
see, like, see, it depends whom you are talking to. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that is the problem, and that is why I said the transparency is very important. Yeah. When there is no transparency, then anybody can say that, oh, what you are saying is lie, it is not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is why everything is, see, most of the things are documented. It is not that the decisions which you take in the federation are only verbally. Yeah, except few decisions where, but then everything is there. But how you communicate that, and how you engage with your stakeholder is very important, and that is where we need to improve our governance structure and system. We need to move to that direction where there is maximum transparency, and that is where we will be able to engage our fans, our stakeholders, and they will play a positive role. Today, this skepticism is, and there is perceptionally, AFF is seen as in a very poor light. Yeah? And that is not going to help for the growth of the game. And when there is no trust in the federation, then it is harder for the federation to engage the right partners for the game. Because when you make some assessment regarding federation, if the brand wants to support or if somebody wants to invest in the game in India, they will see that, oh, we better stay away. Yeah. And that should not happen. And that is where we have to see how everything is done in a transparent manner and with all honesty. And it is not about one man. What we have to understand when I talk about system structure, it's the culture which comes out. uh, and then we will be able to get the best best what you say, mm, uh, support from everyone. That is very important.
सर
Right.
ऑल्सो समवन इज mentioning, मैसन इज mentioning that AIFF ने बोला था 2 न्यू स्टेडियम होगा 2026 तक. एनी अपडेट सर? सो मतलब
See,
स्टेडियम की जब बात आती है तो सर लाइक आई ऑल्सो वांट टू नो दैट हाउ इज द फंडिंग प्रोसेस गोइंग टू बी देयर.
see, the thing is that this is not factual because you just to
ओके,
open Vision
ओके,
2047.
ओके.
I remember what because it is my job which that reflects in the 2047 vision. I know all the words, all the statements there. So what it was envisioned that that two stadiums plan will be ready, yeah, by 2026, yeah, and there may be some renovation of the existing stadium because the stadium is entirely will be done by the state government or some uh, government undertaking only. AFF can never build a stadium for next 5 or 10 years. Absolutely not possible.
So before we move on, there is a question from Avik Chatterjee, Sagil Bhai. When is the podcast with Kalyan Chaube happening? So there is a discussion planned. Wo actually it is going to be in a different way, but it will be out in June because during May we couldn't have because there were a lot of competitions, even the elections. So you need to know, like, understand that our president is also the part of a political party. So during the elections he was engaged. So for that reason we couldn't have. But it is not that I have just put it out and now I'm not going to do that. It's going to be there, but it will come out maybe in June, I think, confirmed. So another question coming from Chetan Sahu. Khel Now Ashish Bhai revealed that a school teacher lady with no sport experience was posted a top role in AIFF. What is this case? Take my question, Musa Bhai, please. Musa Bhai, are you aware of this?
No, no. I like yeah, asking this to Shaji sir, not me, because I'm I'm
Yeah,
not
see this
Yeah.
I
this
was
though
not there.
yeah, this I only gone through in the Khel Now video. I only have come to know from there, which I am not aware of any school teacher lady in my time. Absolutely not.
Acha.
Maybe something
Okay.
after that which I cannot comment because that video itself uh, has a timeline, when
Hmm.
what happened. So therefore, better one should ask somebody who is responsible for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody is also asking a question about sir ke the time when you were like the president of Delhi football,
Mm.
what was the development that went through in that phase? Because they are saying that they have seen no players out from Delhi in the national circuit.
See, the very recently Delhi has won the under 20 national championship. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we continuously played the quarterfinal of Santosh Trophy. And the person one should be in Delhi to know that there was a complete transformation. We never had even office when I took over. We never had a single staff. When I left Delhi football after 5 years, I left more than 1 crore in the bank, and we had 8 to 9 full-time staff. We had office, everything, and we had a biggest grassroots league in India. We had a youth league in Delhi. We had the Premier League in Delhi, all, and the two division of women's league. So therefore, this is just again, people doesn't know the factual part, and they are not part of Delhi. They are not part of the system. and this is all character assassination part of the game, which people spread, which is unfortunate. And I have the whole deck. When I went there as president, what was the situation and how the situation turned in 4 years, and that 2 years we lost again. See, in fact, effectively, I could only work for 3 years, yeah, because 2 years went on COVID. But still, we from no sponsor to multiple sponsors to a complete new brand, everything, and our
Exactly.
players, our clubs were all better. And uh, but see, I don't control Delhi football or manage Delhi football, and I have I cannot say about the right what is happening. But then the good thing is Delhi won under 20 national championship, which is a fabulous achievement, uh, and that indicates. And also Santosh Trophy, it performed well. uh, so it is growing, that no doubt. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You,
there was a very a question that I would love to take an answer from Sajid sir regarding Asian Cup hosting. Because we remember that we paid around 70 lakhs, some odd money, and suddenly we gave it to Saudi. I guess I don't know why. And what was the deal all about? I mean, like, what happened over there? Like, after paying 70 lakhs, why did we
No,
back
no,
it
no, this
suddenly?
is nobody paid. See, this is again, incomplete, lack of knowledge.
yeah,
See, this you have, A, but then you are trying to, get to Z without even knowing, what are the alphabets in between. Yeah, and that is absolutely the problem. See, what happened is the previous management uh, bidded for to host the Asia Cup in
Yeah.
27 in India, and
Yeah.
for that they might have spent 72 lakhs. Yeah,
Okay.
or they, their budget was 72 lakhs. They might have spent maybe less than that. Yeah, so that
Okay.
is, yeah. And then see, when we took over, our vision document is very clear. See, our priority is not was not to host big events. Why? See, we needed 1800 crore minimum to compete in the bid, because we have to build stadium. We have
Yeah.
to get everything, and we are competing against Saudi, which is going to put some 10 billion into football. Yeah, 10 billion US
mm,
dollar, and we don't have even 1 rupee with us to go and fight. How you will fight? It is like, you are in a Formula One race. Somebody has we have Maruti, and you are competing with Ferrari. No way.
yeah,
Be
yeah,
practical.
yeah.
It's a joke for me. I laugh
Yes,
when I hear this. It's absolutely joke. People doesn't know ABCD of things, but then they like to comment. They keep coming back with the same. But see, I don't react to social media as if some guy who makes sense, then sometime I react. Sometime I say correct them. But
yeah,
then most of the
yeah,
time I find they are coming to hit me or hitting somebody just because they have fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
without the knowledge. See, that is the disservice we do to the game. Yeah,
Hmm.
see, if
Hmm.
those neutral people who have no understanding and they love the game, they suddenly hear this, they will think, oh, they are correct. What is this? This is absolutely very bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
mm,
which is
also,
which
don't
is
you
the
think so
problem.
that don't you think that when now you are an ex general secretary, but when you were back in All India Football Federation at that post, do you think it's very important to have an open conversation like this we are having right now, just to give an idea to the people? Because see, now people will say it's easy to speak after this and that, but just an idea that when you are at that post and you are speaking about certain things and giving a clear picture that this is happening and this is happening. So not always, because of course, yes, you are the
No,
one who is
see,
working
you
on
are you are
multiple things. Yeah.
no, no, see, you are right. But then the thing is that this was clarified to the
Mm.
media. These questions came. But see, the problem is it is about the timeline. See, when you are putting this question, you are accusing somebody. At say today you put it, now you put
Yeah,
it. How you going to get that what I have commented, what AF have commented through the press release? Yeah, and also a follow up questions because somebody even went to the court with this because but this is the problem. We know very little about certain things because and see this is like a the problem is because of the mistrust, because of some people might have done wrong, some people might have cheated. They see everyone in the same light. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, and see, I can speak to anyone, I can come and discuss openly. If I find a sensible person who is genuine to listen, open to understand, but then somebody has fixated his mind or her mind, oh, they don't want to listen anything, then how you will have a conversation? But still, I'm open to speaking the truth because everyone should know the truth, because nobody should be maligned or dragged to something which one has
yeah,
not done, whoever it is. Yeah,
yeah,
whether
yeah.
they are president, whether they are secretary, whether they are anyone. Yeah, and
Mm.
this mudslinging, what happens, character assassination, which is not good. Yeah, and
Yeah,
but
I think
I don't
we should
blame
have an
everyone.
yeah. Yeah, I do understand that point, and we should have an open conversation, a healthy conversation, I would say, instead of
Yeah.
doing character assassination and everything. But there should be an open dialogue between All India
Yeah.
Football Federation and the fans, or at least an important ones, because this has been
Yeah.
happening again and again. If you
Yeah.
remember the incident in
Yeah.
the Thailand when the team was traveling to play, I think Kings Cup, there was no after match presentation, or the after match, what they say, press conference or something like that. Even the players were not attending, the coach was not attending. So this has been a problem with Indian football team and also the All Indian Football Federation, right? So we should have that open dialogue, and we should have that kind of conversation so that people will understand
Yeah. I
that
would also
कि
like
हाँ
to
यार
add
सही हो
on.
रहा है.
Yeah, I would also like to add on ki when we had the second discussion of our the group discussions which we were having, we had the under 20 assistant head coach of Uganda national team, and he said that the president of Uganda national team is on television every Wednesday, and the
अच्छा.
fans, the entire population of the country can ask him questions and hold him accountable. So that is a very good initiative by Uganda, and he told us that watch out in next 5 years where Uganda football will reach.
They
So
are
it's
growing.
something to look up to. So another question coming from Avik Chatterjee again. Saji sir, do you see any optimism, any hope for a better future of Indian football with the current AIFF management?
Avik, thank you for this question. I think I have answered for the last few weeks same. As long as the current leadership
They do come.
is there, yeah, uh, I don't have much hope because I have the experience of working with a person. He has no motivation, and the whole approach is very, very backward because the competency, the leadership aspect, everything is weak, and that way it doesn't help football because he's an insecure person. Because insecure person will try to save, his chair, his job, rather than focusing how to take the game forward. And 24 into 7 he's working towards saving his chair. Yeah, and he's not a team man. Yeah, and I can say very clearly that he has forgotten he was a goalkeeper. He played football. He has lost his football sense, which is very unfortunate. And I made a biggest mistake in my life, I can say, that to support this person to become president. I moved out. I thought, okay, this person is from football and a former player getting an opportunity. Okay, it will create a better scenario, and we can work as a team and change the perception and grow the game. And that is why I took the risk. I moved, taken a step back, and you know. uh, done everything for him, but it is not about personal. Yeah, it is about the game. At the end, who is bad for the game, we need to call his or her name because they are liabilities, which we can't afford. India cannot afford. India has got talented people who can run manage the game better. Yeah, and somebody who is looking uh, towards football to gain something other than football, which is the most unfortunate part. And my experience, 5 6 months, maybe 6.5 months, it worked well because he was not interfering that much in the process. And he was sounding and say okay as a team man. But then I could not judge the person in the right way because I was not judging anyone. Because my nature is that if somebody I give her 100%, I expect that okay he is or she is giving 100% in everything what we do, and we work as a team. And I never looked him to him as a suspicious case. Yeah, but then it was a judgmental error as well as a background check one should do always. That's the biggest lesson I have learned in my life, that don't blindly support somebody. You need to be very careful because at the end,
Yeah.
you will suffer and
Yeah.
you will take all the blame, which is.
Yeah.
But the most important part is the game has to move forward. Game has to get the right people. He could not bring any investment into the game. He could not, get anything value addition to the game. Yeah, because see the focus, his competency. It's like what to say. I feel very very embarrassed talking about this because it is not good. It is not good. Yeah, because I am listening to me. Many people will think that Indian football has no future. Indian football cannot move forward. That all is not good. But then you know. We have the responsibility also to see that the right person is there, yeah? Because
Yeah.
the right person can make a huge difference. And the
So,
leadership
Saji
is
sir,
all about you
yeah.
know uh, bringing people together and taking the game forward in the direction of hope, belief, and getting to a performance and excellence level which we are capable.
So, before we talked about the question which is pinned on the screen, I would like to just mention a follow up question to this. Like the president had a discussion with one of the biggest YouTubers who create content about Indian football, and the people are saying that he looked very enthusiastic, looked very passionate. So, is that all acting which is happening?
Same, see, it's you have to judge person by his action. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, yeah.
you will find millions
Great
people who
response.
talk good. Yeah. See, there are million people who can talk good in football, in football aspect. But then,
Okay.
what is that they are doing? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
See,
means like on camera stuff.
See that I don't know because I haven't gone through that
Yeah.
interview, which I
Okay,
can't
okay,
comment
okay.
on that. But then, see what I have shared my experience. See, I don't want to. Your experience can be different. Everyone's experience can be different, and that way I cannot comment. I can only
Okay.
say about my experiences, and that is very straightforward.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, sir, this was a question that I've heard from a lot of people, and many people have commented on this that why are we spending 2.5 million a month? I think this is the wrong figure on a referee who was never part of any refereeing program and is considered one of the worst referee in EPL. I think it was in championship. I think Indian referees can be sent on referee program in European. So, sir, Trevor Kettle, I think that's his name. So,
Yeah.
how did we sign him? Because he was considered one of the worst referees.
See, I think
You should really ask Sunderland and West Brom about Craver Cattle.
no, see the fact. See again the fact we should know on this. If, Ranjit has put a video on this
Yeah, yeah,
exactly
yeah,
this part. Yeah,
yeah.
and this was done by the partner. They hired this person before we went there. Yeah, and that and the previous management has agreed to employ this person, and there was a agreement done on every aspect. Yeah, and we because see we can't judge the person on a day or a two, and then say, oh, just sack him or her, because his contract was executed by not by AFF. That's the fact.
So
Right.
a guy
And
is saying,
also
may I be?
there is a question, because this has been, again, might be a rumor, might be the truth, I don't know, but still I would love to ask you that regarding the I League broadcasting. And I think this deal was done when you were the acting general secretary in AFF, right? So there was a news that there was a better deal on table, or some think about ki we have 4 cameras in the ground but only 2 cameras work and stuff like that. So how true is that, and what's your take on that?
No, no. See, the thing is that this see the whole deal. It went to the lowest bidder. Yeah, and
Yeah.
in the
Why
bidding
was that?
there were, yeah, the
Why was
lowest
that?
only L1. L1, it has to go to L1. No,
Acha,
see,
acha,
if
acha.
you are, if somebody has quoted, say, you have got a quote of 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 300 rupees, 400 rupees. So you will give it to the lowest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
have given it to the lowest who fulfills all the conditions. Yeah. In
Hmm.
terms of having the camera, having the requisite, cameraman and necessary equipment to produce the game. Yeah,
Hmm.
and this company was doing before. I think the Durand Cup they did it, and and then see about the camera, which I don't know, because again this has come to the complaint saying okay they were using dummy cameras. Yeah,
Yeah.
and our match commissioners, everyone in their report they will put it if that's so. Yeah,
Hmm.
and the production, if you analyze, also one can make out okay certain angle feeds are not coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
if the feeds are coming, then it's again our broadcaster would have told us. Yeah, so that has also not happened. So therefore, it's again I don't know. See, like whether there is some fact in it or not. But what I can say is that the whole deal to give the production contract was done absolutely on a transparent basis, based on the lowest bidder, and everyone was involved. See, our executive committee member were involved. There were experts were involved. Even our partner were involved. So therefore,
Hmm.
everyone has given their view, and then you know, but that viewpoint and the see financial bit, both the technical bit
Okay.
and the financial bit,
Okay.
both went to one.
Got it.
Simple.
Okay. So Watsi has said that भाई मैं क्वेश्चन कॉपी पेस्ट करके थक चुका हूँ मेरा क्वेश्चन ले लो. So we have finally taken his question. Sir, why there is no development of our under 20 team? Under your tenure as well, there was no friendlies, no prior coach. Meanwhile, Asian countries are war playing friendlies regularly. Why can't we?
And also Kafa, regarding the Kafa, we did a MOU, right? We did an MOU with Kafa, and now Kafa is playing under 20 championship in
Yeah.
Kyrgyz. So
So
we are not
see,
part of it.
therefore, regarding CAFA, it was done only in October, the agreement, October
Yeah.
2023. And
Yes.
see, I was there for next, say, 2 weeks or 10 days. Therefore, what
Okay.
happened, I don't know whether, there is a dialogue happening between, whether there is an invitation, but, you know, it was a serious partnership where they will invite our team. Yeah, and that is very clear. And if Indian team is not going, then or there is some issue with that agreement which I cannot comment. But agreement was for the good, to for us to go to a better competitive situation
Yeah.
and get the match.
Saji
And
sir,
as far as our
one.
under 20 team is concerned, see like see our under 20 team. See now the problem happened. Maximum of ISL teams, yeah, uh, they don't release the players, yeah,
Okay.
of under 20. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
we struggled.
Mm,
See, we had the budget. We were keeping, players, say 16, 17 in Odisha, always. But then when we are asking the better players, see, we can't go with our third side, fourth side to, waste money
mm,
in some location and play competition. Yeah. In my time, there was under 20 team. But unfortunately, see, the ISL teams were not releasing, and that what where the struggles are. Because see now some of the clubs, they are regular, like Bangalore FC, they were regular, yeah, and Mumbai, some players were there. Even Calcutta clubs, they saying, they are our B team. They are, sometimes they can get into the team. We cannot release. So what to do?
Mm.
So that is the factual
mm,
part. But why you waste your resources, unnecessarily? Those who cannot even get to the under 20 side. But then we
yeah.
still did it, yeah. And from that players only we played under 20 in the say in the qualification competition and the SAP. But our results, our performance were not great because they were not the best players. That's the
Yeah.
fact. But my if you ask me realistically, the practically, our thought was very simple. Say, work from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Focus more on this age group so that we don't have to struggle as we struggle today. And our focus was how we can qualify for 26 World Cup. Yeah, and it was the plan was there to put that. Yeah, there was some delay in terms of certain partnership which was not done, and our tedious project with FIFA was the key project to be executed to get to the World Cup. Yeah, and that was being worked. Uh, the 20, this was the real situation. The see the moment the player are 18-year-old, 19-year-old, they want the game time. They want to be part of the club. They want to sign a contract with the player, and the club also wants the same. Yeah, it is very challenging, and that is where we need to see that, okay, can we start under 20 or under 19, under 21 club league, which is very important. That is where we will be able to see a better product and our national team doing well. Not do that 365 days training. It won't help
Yeah.
our under 20 side.
Yeah.
And
The
also,
question coming from.
sorry, yeah, just I have a last question regarding the Indian Arrows. Why
Yeah,
were
yeah.
they dissolved, and what happened? Like afterwards, we thought of a development league. I mean, what
See,
really went down in that? Because the Indian Arrows program was good, in my opinion, right?
oh, see, that is again. See, yesterday also I commented the same question. See, what can you name one player who was better than Sunil, who was even 80% of Sunil of Indian Arrows? Tell me, frankly.
No, most of the
Yeah.
players were playing for the national team right
No,
now.
no. See, the playing anyway. They will play, right? Yeah.
Even Manveer Singh
See,
is
the
playing.
national team will be there, right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, of
See,
course.
if you are investing 6 crore in a project, see, I look towards an output which need to be better. Yeah.
Okay,
So we
yeah,
need 30 Indian arrows,
yeah.
not one. See, it's a waste of resources. I'm telling you, because we are not producing a player. See, we are producing a player who are playing for the national team, but what is that one is giving or
The quality,
reaching to
yeah,
any level?
yeah.
Not. So we have to be very practical. See, this is again, that, and that is where it was a conscious decision that okay, this money need to go, and with that money we did under 17, where the team from Manipur won the league. Yeah, the whole
Okay.
investment went. We said, but yeah, it required more money, and this season, last season, there was a huge plan that 13, 15, 17 will be done. Yeah, in a phase one, and by phase three it will be like 30, 40 matches the team will get. Yeah, that is where the real focus has to be. See, the problem is, we only look towards, something in a very, see, the our focus has to be in excellence. Excellence means result. Excellence means quality product. Not, any X and Y can play for India. But
It's
Yeah.
what is
as
that,
easy as that.
we are getting out of it? And you have to ask. See, I have it is my responsibility when I was there, as a secretary, to ask hard questions. Yeah, what is that we will get out of it? Investing X money has to have a X and Y output. Simple.
Yeah.
And that
So
is what we
Japan,
need to educate
yeah,
ourselves.
yeah. So another question coming up from Mehsan is that Japan had 100 clubs and India like country lack of clubs. Why? Is it because, sir, it is a loss making business?
See, India has got more than 20,000, 30,000 clubs that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is not
it's not
that
about club only.
we don't have clubs. See, it is about what the Mason must be asking is about professional club. Yeah, see, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
professional club
professional stuff.
is what what Japan since 80s they have cultivated to grow their club. Yeah, and it is they are into sustainable model in terms of the whole ecosystem. And we, if you read our vision 2047, we also envision by 2047 we will have 100 professional clubs, because it's not easy. Because professional clubs means it's huge money, huge investment. And it is
Yeah,
not like you only have your a side. No, you need to
yeah,
have everything from
yeah,
under 5 to the senior team, and both now
yeah,
man and women vertical. And then there are
yeah,
X number of things. So professional club means you need to have your own infrastructure, you have to have your own stadium, and you have all the development sites, everything. So
yeah,
it's like having a business entity of minimum
yeah,
500 to 1,000 crore
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
then only you can compete with Japan or Saudi Arabia or Korea kind of a country, where we
yeah.
really call it club, professional club. Yeah,
Hmm.
and that uh, is hard for us now, because it is not sustainable. Maximum clubs
Hmm.
are
Yeah.
losing money. Yeah,
Hmm.
and unless that sustainability uh, we get, then only more people will be ready to invest in it. Yeah, because
Hmm.
see, if you are
Yeah.
investing 100 rupees, you are not getting even 1 rupee back, then it is challenging. But not for 1 year, but 5 year, 10 year. You have the same
Yeah.
situation. You are only able to get
So
20% or a 30%.
yeah,
So it's how long you can write off those big losses. Yeah, that's
yeah.
important.
Yeah, so
And
we'll now
also
be
about
giving,
yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
yeah,
just a second.
this is
So we'll now be giving less time to the questions, like we'll be doing it in a fast way because a lot of people are saying that we are ignoring their questions. So we'll just do the questions in shortcut. Okay, so just finishing this question and then you can ask Musa bhai. Saji sir, we were supposed to be in top 8 in Asia in 2026, right? Do you think without PIO we will be in top 8?
See, this was a very challenging or ambitious target we have kept. Analyzing a lot of factors, yeah, like how we can reach there, yeah, and who are our competitors. Yeah, now we are maybe 19th or 20th in Asia. When we were analyzing at that time, we were okay, the 16, 17 position we were, and how fast we can grow and top 8. But then it is every quarter we were evaluating how we are we getting to a level where we can really be top 8 in Asia by 2026. If you ask me, it was a very challenging, difficult. Even if we had achieved top 12, I think that would be a good achievement for us. Yeah, from where we are and where we can go. Yeah, but
Okay,
we need
okay.
to really keep the target bit steep, because if we keep the target easy, then nobody works hard at that way. And that is where we
Hmm.
wanted to create a culture of accountability in the system and create that excellence. It's about getting 3 4 good players in a one generation who can change. Yeah, the
Hmm.
whole complexity, whole performance matrix can be driven and changed. But, the whole idea was that okay, we will get some players who can be really the game changer. Yeah, and we can quickly move, and our competitive landscape, what we have drawn, that against whom we will play, how we will play, so that we can reach the ranking year on year. Yeah, so it was all scientific. It was not just the number, but realistically speaking, we could have reached not top 8, but 11, 12, or 10.
Like another question coming from Chetan is that what happened to institution league, which was proposed in October? Please reply.
I have no idea. I am no longer in a
Okay,
position to
okay,
answer.
so
I
guys
I have
ask
done.
only questions.
Yeah, see, I have done the bid,
Yeah,
everything. Yeah,
yeah.
when I was there, and it was all on
So like,
course
was this
to have.
proposed, sir? Was this
No, no, everything was done.
institution?
Even we had a bid.
Acha,
Yeah,
acha. So after
yeah.
that, what happened? You are not aware of.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so guys, ask questions only which under which Saji sir can reply, because you are asking the recent questions which sir cannot give
See,
much comments
only
on.
till November I was there. Then see, they can ask anything. That's not a problem. Yeah. If I know, I will
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. Musa bhai, anything you would like to add on to the
And I just
conversation that we are
wanted to
having?
ask, when we made the vision and we kept plans for all 3 years and stuff, uh, until you were there, do you think that it was on the right track, or you thought, nah, it needs a lot of work, but surely we'll
Yeah.
make it, something
So
like that?
guys,
See,
do if
yeah,
yeah, before sir
yeah. See,
comments on
it's a
this, I would
good.
just say that if you want to know a detailed explanation, we had already discussed this in our third discussion. You can go and watch it on our channel. But Saji sir will tell you the
Yeah, see,
highlights.
it's a because see, it was a priority for me personally. Yeah, every
Mhm.
fortnight I will sit, spend time on where we are in every aspect. Yeah, and you will be surprised that if you compare, you yourself can see 26 what we have put. You will be surprised that more than 30% was achieved in my time itself. You see, so therefore, I can say in many aspects we were well ahead of 20, even 26. Yeah, say we achieved in 23 itself. If the league structure, if you see, yeah, there are many aspects. Whether grassroots, whether other competition aspect, whether the structure part, whether the women's football part. There are six. There are things. Yeah, but there are things which were challenging. Yeah, and that is where we had a very focal point to discuss, deliberate, and this week. See, if I was there on 7th January, I would have given a complete report where we are. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I had a plan
absolutely.
that, okay, so that,
Yes.
the skepticism as there, that this is all, there for paper, talk. No, these are really serious because I have devoted that kind of time with all seriousness and with all belief that we can reach, we can achieve. Yeah. Even in
Mm.
spite of all the challenges. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
the thing is,
Sir.
I have a meeting also, and ऊपर से मुझे लाइव में भी जाना है. तो
Mm.
thank you so much for having me here, Sajid. And again,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Sajid sir, for having this open conversation with me. It was really fun, and we did get some insight from you, and hoping to talk more in future, surely. Thank you so much, Sajid. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, and have a nice
Okay.
night. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Bye
Thank
Yeah.
bye.
you. All
Bye.
the
Thank
best.
you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you,
Thank
Musawir.
thank
Thank
Good
you.
you.
to meet you
Yeah. So
virtually.
yeah.
Same to you.
So
Same to you.
we'll
Same to you.
just wrapping this up with few questions. Okay. So, sir, another question is coming from Aditya is that, let alone 2016 World Cup, I bet if we do things like this and continue with Igor and this set of players, we can't even qualify for next Asian. If we do the result will be same as last one. I mean, any comments on this, sir?
See this though. See we the Asia Cup. If we don't qualify for the third round, then we will be competing for the Asia Cup. Yeah? And there, the level of the teams, what we will encounter is of not higher ranking side. That way, we will be able to get the result. But then again, it is I cannot comment on what will happen in terms of the team, in terms of the coach. But the today we can only comment on, say tomorrow we are playing Qatar, and that would be the right time to comment after the match, because we will
Yeah.
be able to see what is our situation going to be, whether we will
Mhm.
be second, whether we will be third, or whether we will be fourth even. Yeah, so there are lots of possibilities, but then yeah, it is going to be a tough situation for us tomorrow playing Qatar in Qatar. It's not
Mhm.
going to be an easy game, but then let's hope
Yeah.
we want to
Let's
see
hope
India
for the
team
positive.
bouncing back, get 3 points.
Yeah.
Let's hope for that.
Yeah. So, Saji sir, I just want to ask a question to just wrap up this conversation. Like, let's say that you are appointed on the top of AIFF and you are given a 15 years or 10 years plan. Like you are given a timeline of 15 years, 10 years. What are the changes that you will bring into the federation or the structure that will definitely grow Indian football?
Let's see, whether I am there or not there, it's not about person. It is about uh, creating the right environment and bringing everyone together, and creating a situation where everyone would feel to be part of it, and they can play the role in a better way. Yeah, because we need to share responsibilities, and we need to build capacity in the system, and we have to really transparent, and all our meetings should be live, broadcasted, live stream, so that every fan, every stakeholder should know, who is saying what is the decision being taken, why that decision being taken. Therefore, that transparency, the good governance has to be focused. Yeah, and that is where we lack. And then collaboration is key. One is the governance aspect, then second is the collaboration, and the third is having the right development programs and structure for our game to grow from grassroots to the top. Yeah, and equal amount of focus also to women's vertical, because uh, they need a lot of support, yeah, which is very important. And then involve bright people in each areas, which is important, and create a culture where accountability, where there is shared responsibility, and then we practice excellence, we deliver excellence, and uh, do little politics. Simple. uh, Focus on the game, very important,
Oh, yeah.
and lead
So,
by
sir,
example.
yeah. So bringing the OCI players which people are talking about, how can the federation, does the federation have the power to, create a demand to the government or force the government to actually do this? Because like countries like Pakistan and Sri Lanka are already doing this. So, and this is helping them in some aspect.
See, many countries are doing it because their law permits it. Yeah, if they don't do it
Yeah.
only for football, it is their country's law. Yeah, where dual citizenship are legal. In India, the dual citizenship is not legal, and it is the government, and no sport federation can force to do this, because it will be illegal. Yeah, and unless the government comes up with the legislation changing the existing law of having permitting dual citizenship, it can never happen. Yeah, and that's fundamental. So, and there are in India, this law to change is going to be real tough, because it involves things predated 1947 situation as well. Yeah, and it is not going to be easy, because India means when you consider India, yeah, and who are will be given. So therefore, see, we have more than say 400 to 500 million people outside India, and whether government will look into a lot of aspect, economic aspect, security aspect, and protecting uh, the current citizens, how the government can give them the best opportunities, rather than
Hmm.
creating a scenario where uh, uh, you are taking liabilities. Because I don't know, see, I'm not the right person for this to speak, because this is a
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
of
yeah.
constitution, it is a matter of legality, it is a matter of legislation, and right now, federation cannot do anything. Simple.
Hmm. Correct, correct. This will be the third last question that we'll be taking. So, why Muhammad Khan is asking that why is Ali given a stepmotherly treatment, improper broadcast, match timings, and no sponsor? If the second tier isn't competitive, how can we assure the quality of the first division, which is like how can we assure the quality of the first division is maintained?
See, I League, all the competitive competitions from ISL to I League, different divisions, all are sold already. It's the rights are with the partner of AFF. AFF doesn't have any property which they can go out and sell, except now the national championships like Santosh Trophy, Women's Championship, and Youth National Championships, and all. Now they got the rights back, but the I League, the third division I League, second division I League, or IWL, all these, AFF cannot go out and sell, and there cannot be any revenue coming in, and that is where it has to work within that budget, and then the marketing aspect, the broadcasting aspect, all are with the partners. Yeah, so therefore,
Hmm.
it's what is what I can say is that there's a lot of improvement required in I League. Yeah, there was step taken to improve it, but then it is long way to go, because no doubt we need to improve I League competition, and give that focus, because from there only the team will qualify for ISL, and we need to see that the I League really grow and become much a bigger engagement factor in football, and it has the potential. But then I'm sure when it comes, there will be more investment going into I League in the near future,
Yeah,
when there is
yeah,
going to be renegotiation with the partners in terms of extending or a new agreement with the partners going to come for the discussion.
yeah, yeah. Another question coming from Avik Chatterjee is that, sir, can you elaborate on his football project where he asked small academies to register for his guidance? What is it all about and what are his plans there? Wo-
Okay, Avik, see, this is my philanthropy project, football roots, and based on that, I got application, and I have already selected now four projects to support mentor, and one is from Delhi, another project is from Noida, then the third is from Guwahati, the fourth one is from Kerala. So therefore, these four projects I have shortlisted. Rest, I haven't found the projects in order to go forward. I received some 25 plus applications, and now I will focus on these four projects. And then, if
Yeah,
in between, if any good project I come across, then if I see if my bandwidth will allow, then I will definitely support. The idea is that whether any project in football who want to really take the game forward within their community, or doing some exceptional work, and I can be of support, then I am willing to support that project, guiding them, mentoring them,
Got it.
building collaboration, partnership, and so that they really achieve the objectives of the project and can become an example for football development in India.
Yeah. So Aditya, I think you are asking about the reason of Igor's contract extension, and as Sadi sir mentioned that during the period where his contract was extended, he had a very good performance. So after the contract was extended, nobody had idea about what is going to be happening at this moment. So that is already answered. And thanks, Sagil. Okay, what else? New expectations from the new sports ministry, sir? Your any expectation that you would like to see personally?
See, the expectation is that I'm 100% sure that the new minister will be very supportive of football because the football has a huge potential, and I'm sure all the stakeholders will be part of the discussion, and the minister will be able to provide the best possible support. I have no doubt that. Since the India is planning to host 2036 Olympics, therefore football is going to be one major sport there, and developing football in next 12 years can be one of the key goals of the of the country because we need to put up our good show when we will host the Olympics, and that way we need to do a lot of hard work, and with the government support and the ministry targeting that, I'm sure there more support will come to football as well.
Okay, this is the last question, and then we'll be wrapping it up. When will the FHDL contract end? And like, I don't know why they are asking, sir. When is it ending?
Yeah, December 2025. That's the last date of the contract of the current contract. Yes.
Okay, so I think with that today we'll wrap up the live stream because we have answered enough of questions. And Saji sir, thank you so much from bottom of my heart for being so open and answering all these questions, taking your time. It's been around 1.5 hours and you are here answering all the questions, which means a lot. And we hope the same from the people who are at the position who are able to take the actions. So thank you so much, sir, for your time, and we hope to have you again on our channel. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, Sajid,
everyone.
for
Thank you so much.
thank thank
Thank
you,
you so much.
Sajid,
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
me.
Yeah,
All the best.
yeah,
All the best.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Classic Gaming, for thank you, Sagil and Saji sir. Keep doing such great podcast. Thank you so much, Classic Gaming. Really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. We'll end the stream now.